Hello, gamers, and welcome to Stories, Path of
Once upon a
Destinies.
time,
And you will
the
not.
infamous
Nope,
rover
nothing happened.
Reynardo plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. But then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
Yeah, I totally didn't play through this first thingy. Nope. It's not like YouTube is fucking stupid. God damn it. It just said like, video has been aborted. It's like, alright, I guess the video is not working. I tried like different kinds. I re-rendered it. Alright, I'll delete it and try it again. Apparently it was stopped with all the videos. And then I just closed the computer, came in today, and it's fucking working. I don't fucking know what's happening. I can upload normal videos now. No back. I'm gonna replay to the first thing, and I'll do exactly the same things I did. While we're here, because the loadings are fucking abysmal. It's so like a multiple like endings game. You get a bunch of endings, but they are the wrong endings until you get the true one. Did a game like Moon Hunters, like this, like a pixelated game. It was pretty enjoyable. Got 3-4 hours out of it. Didn't have too much to it, and I should get the ending.
Watching his city
but
burn. Sorry, kid.
these games are cool.
Told the kid. Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone. My mother died for this book! I promised her I'd protect you. Oh, damn it. The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him.
Control scheme is infuriating. With this hold right click. There's a bunch of chests and other stuff around here that I'm gonna have to get. Do pretty much exactly the same thing I did.
The Ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. Hey, Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. Pick on someone as ugly as you. Wait, that didn't come out right. For the Emperor! The Ravens cawed and rushed at him.
Pretty basic combat, to be honest. Also, this counter that you do with your mouse, pretty easy. So it's pretty easy.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
Yeah. You have this grab thingy. It's a bit weird to use, but hey.
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes.
That feels funky.
Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship Docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels, or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking the damn book anywhere, and neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Renato going to get a hero sword?
Well, there is a whole thing you can craft swords and stuff like that and upgrade them to open those gates. Yes, sword
Hero
crafting.
sword.
Yes, next I know everything. It's really easy. You can open things.
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about.
Which
Kid's
is the
mum
bigger
had been a
version of the
swell
other one.
Cook, and she laughed at Renato's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she'd made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid. He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. Wise-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you. Cute, said Renato. Ah, ravens.
Yeah, I really love the narrating in this game. It's pretty fucking good.
It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it? Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
And this is like the tutorial, teaching you everything.
It was starting to come
Yes,
back
it's
to
really easy.
something you never
There you go.
completely forgot. Like how
I
to
have
use time when
to move
attacking.
my keyboard really back
The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
because I have to use Alt and I move with right click, not WSD. Sublimely stupid and weird.
And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! But the kid ran for it. And a goggler nailed him with its eye beam.
Fucking gogglers. They're assholes. This game's stealth mechanic. Just have to go behind them and
The book was
attack it.
unburned. Next to
Piece
it,
of shit.
the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Renato picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
It's a lot of boxes that can break. You get ore out of it and health and stuff like that, so it's worth destroying them.
What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out. All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur, and now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. Where are you running, rebel? Poured the Raven captain over the loud hailer. Renato could see them cranking up their catapults. Just going out for milk? Renato yelled back. Where can you run? Laughed the Raven Far behind it, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job.
Take us to the rebel base! I will spare your life!
It called. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven. A sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time. Unless Renato could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Renato had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper. The legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Renato a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Renato could only rescue him. Renato dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper? Every child knew about the
Oh
Sky
yeah, we're going for the Sky Reaper.
The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces. What could have brought them to light? This Emperor, Isengrim III, had once been kind, but he'd gone mad. And now he was conducting secret, obscene rituals to bring back the lost gods. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
Oh yes, a lot of talking. It's gonna be a little less than the tour part. We'll need to turn the music because I accidentally pressed default and the music and the sound's back where it was. That's annoying because I don't remember how the fuck it was. Or we're adjusting it.
As he set foot on the island, Renato could not
Sorry,
help
sorry.
but feel a tinge of guilt. He'd left Lapino behind. He hoped the Mad Rabbit had somehow escaped the Ravens. He hoped they hadn't eaten him. If they had, he hoped they hadn't eaten him alive. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper? Renato never made plans that required constant vigilance. He was a hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and hoped it all worked out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature. Could he stick with it?
Yes. Getting the chest back. I haven't got options on. Better. Oopsie. There are a lot of like things that chests and other stuff that can like go out and grab them.
This chest made music when you opened it. Too bad it was Muzak.
A bow shard, music. We're going down. We're gonna get the Sky Reaper. Let's go, boys. Like a bunch of these assholes like patrolling around.
Huh? A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
Damn it. So does he need multiple color swords to go to this place?
The people who had built this castle,
Yeah.
did they even know
Right.
what monstrous weapon lay hidden within their walls? The Sky Ripper could destroy anything it touched, or so the legend said. As the Transcendent Emperor had fought the Lost Gods, thousands had died. But Renato had been through wars. The only merciful war was a short one. He wasn't that good. Yet.
See. Chesty, I'm gonna come for you. And give me that sweet loot. You get like a lot of upgrades. Once you defeat enough pros, you get experience. If you block them, you can instantly kill them.
Renato
But
learned
it's when
so
they're
much.
on the ground.
It was time to turn it into something he could use.
But it's pretty important to break this stuff. It's can get your health back if you take damage. You shouldn't really take that much damage, to be honest. Which leads us back to that chest. Every little bit helps. Right. What's back here? This is the right way. Wait. What's back here? It's just casually running around. Oh. I didn't find this last time. The truth behind Skype's motion in a thick fog, the most believable tale is that the Transcendent Emperor had used the Skyper to banish Iblis. Then the TE buried the weapon and vanished. This Emperor. Was it self-imposed exile to read the word of its last divine presence, or was it the price to pay for using such a tremendous power? The Skyper and Iblis have a deeper connection than just a weapon and its victim. My rituals will summon the Iblis Stone. Perhaps I should worry that they will face that will also cause Skypers to resurface. If that is the case, I should spare no resist to find it. A weapon that can banish a god is an invaluable bargaining chip. Should the old ones decide to double cross me, it's in their nature to try. But gods are predictable, and I can rely on that to always be one step ahead. Emperor Iskrim, Secret Journal.
Hero Sword. Ice Wall. Ice Cube.
Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, last time I didn't find that. Yeah, look for it. It got some stat chest, but that's besides the point. They fucking burn you. Our souls.
Say goodnight, Gracie, said Renato, wondering who Gracie was.
You don't need to kill these. But it's funny because fuck those things. Let's keep going. They do so much damage with their lasers.
For a moment, Renato wished that somebody had been watching.
Ooh. Yeah, because I'm fucking awesome. Let's go. Oh, so I can go through here. What was a chest here?
As for the gate, well, he could take her or leave her. Sorry, it's best I could do.
Nice. Uno or. It adds up. At some point. Or another. Ah, there he was.
Renado's blood was up. He just needed to smash
Find the
something.
chest. It's way better. Like 6 or 5. And just going around breaking stuff. Breaking stuff. Helps. Alright, I can finally level up.
Starting to come back
Or
to
can get a dash.
something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought,
Allows you
the
to be
more
faster.
he'd probably remember. There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him. It was a no-brainer.
Yep. Make a
He'd
fucking weapon.
sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
Yep, the core. Yes. It's kind of weird going through this because, like, I mean, I already did it, and I'm an idiot because I just should have known that YouTube is so fucked. That was not my video was the problem. It's their shitty site. Also,
He looked up at the
goddamn,
young
what the fuck
trees
is happening
around.
to YouTube? So many
So
videos.
big and so old. They'd been there before he was born.
are getting
And they'd be there
demonetized.
after he'd
They're
passed into legend.
not even fucking.
Was he
Oh.
confronting his own unimportance? What had got into him? He was no philosopher. Anyway, who cares? He was plenty important. He was a hero. And soon he'd prove it. I wonder what I could
Yeah, there's
make
like
of
so
all
many
these
fucking
sword
videos
crafting
getting demonetized for no
materials,
reason.
thought Renato.
Sword. In every video I spend time going after these chests. I try to get all of them. Probably miss some just because there's a gate there. I'll try to miss the ones that aren't, like I can go to. And let's not be that stupid. Jump down. Whee! This thing likes to follow me.
And this is why heroes are called dashing, Renato thought. See? Dashing? Get it? There was something
Yes, Renato, I get it.
sour in the air. Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
So many chests. So keep like dashing,
Shall
so
we
you move
go?
faster to the area.
Could the lead raven?
Right. I parry this guy's attack, and I rush over to the other guy to parry him as well. I'm push him away. Oh, I push him off. Oh my god, that's cool.
There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where are they gone? And he was
They are
getting hungry
dead.
too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
Look at that. Go for the health first. Just to be safe. Safe. Yeah, just be safe. Keep the health. Like at the start, it's very basic. Too much happening. If you don't pay attention, you can start getting hit.
Hey! Where'd all the ravens go? The live ones, I mean.
Yeah, it's not that good.
The 20-sided
we go.
core
Got
made him
it.
feel
Core.
physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark arts, and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had
Spun
lost
away.
good friends for this war apparatus. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now, he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost
Sign
on
by
the
Lawson.
Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it. Renato had never been much of a student. At Sword Fu school, he'd never read the books, just looked at the pictures. And Zenobia. But weapons he understood. His gut told him that the Sky Ripper would work great. He would use it to take out the Imperial outpost. And what's the worst that could happen? The thing wouldn't work, and then he'd take it to the scientists. Right? Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. We smart. We really smart, right, guys? Kind of wonder, are my video demonetized? Is there the thing that fucking demonetize everything is a fucking bot that keeps learning in quotation of course because it's retarded and demonetizes videos that have no place to be demonetized. And I wonder if mine are
As he
be
set
weird.
out down the path, Renato wondered why the parts of the Sky Ripper had only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had discarded it. This Emperor, Isengrim III had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Perhaps that was bringing up lost artifacts. How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction.
Okay, get healed. No. Like the wind. Fuck. Doesn't work on stairs. It works when you go down either, so yeah. Any resource? Oh.
He needed some way to break the ice with this wall, so to speak.
Yeah, very funny. No, I forgot to break those things. Damn it! Got lazy. I didn't actually see them. I would not go on this fucking staircase.
Who needed bridges anyway?
If you fall. It's just scary. They're just floating. Hey, don't trust floating things. We all know that. Why would you, right? It's no goddamn sense. It's like a warlock. Damn it. Oh! Yep. Skill. Boy! Look here.
He was tired of slaughtering ravens. Maybe it was time to test out the new weapon. He turned a knob on the Sky Ripper. It made strange, mechanical noises. The wheels spun faster. It began to hum. The Sky Ripper was following his every step.
Doesn't look like it's
At
spinning.
least it acknowledged him as the master.
So doesn't look like it's a
But there was
22
no trigger.
size.
How was he supposed to fire it? Fire, he said. Nothing happened. Well, maybe it just needed to warm up. After all, it hadn't been fired in thousands of years.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, no more crystals. There you go. Boxes confirmed better.
The crafting
Guys,
bench.
give me an ore, and it's always better to make new sword. Fire sword. Can also upgrade my current one. Okay, now we can hold a shift. I can heal with it. We can switch weapons with this. I don't think they do anything else. Once I get energy out of those from my bar. I don't think they do anything else but do their builds. There's nothing special about them. So this thing is fiery now.
The Sky Ripper was making a whining
This thing
noise
seems to
now,
be better
and
at
its
fighting than
wheels
me.
were spinning so fast he could no longer see them. Renato had a thought. Please? He asked. The Sky Ripper began to glow. Boom! The outpost burst into flame. Ravens flapped out screaming, wings on fire. The base was his. The fast speaker toad came hopping out. Renato! It croaked, sounding like a toad version of Zenobia.
Don't use the Sky Ripper. It will destroy the world.
Yeah, sure it will, cracked Renato. Pull the other one.
If you don't trust me, go see Calaveras. He'll tell you the same thing.
Oh, she would say that. That sounded sensible. Why did she always have to sound sensible all the time? Oh, it was infuriating. Of course she would say that. He was supposed to hurry and bring the Sky Ripper to the council so the rebels could actually win the war. But what if she was right? Damn it. Just this once.
More committed.
Zenobia get into his head with her logic and her wisdom and her appeals to reason. He was a fox. He'd go with his instincts, and it would all work out like it always did. Oh, he was sounding like a reckless idiot, even to himself. But if there was one thing Renato could never bring himself to do, it was turn back on a decision he'd made.
We are committing, because when you start doing something dumb, you always commit. It's... everybody knows it. You commit. It's easy enough to understand. Sometimes there's no turning back.
Imperials were flapping and cawing all around the ruins. They must be panicking with rumors flying of the superweapon. Maybe they hoped to find and destroy the base before he could put the Sky Ripper into action. The Sky Ripper was whining and heating up. It would be time to use that energy soon.
Gonna go to Rebel base.
A chest that shiny deserved to be opened.
And then if you make those noises with your... no. Right. Just like that. I'm gonna go for, like, when we counter, deal damage. It's gonna be really nice.
A very clever engineer.
Oh,
Elon Musk
I look like I
started
fell down.
making floating platforms. Not many people knew that.
Elon Musk, right? Come on, guys. 2 references already. They were pretty fucking obvious. I think I need another altar.
Shall we just agree to disagree? Said Renato. No?
Open? No. To my resources, this one was some pretty clear place. This one as well, but this one, ooh, this one is juicy.
Like Tarzan.
Look at that. Oh, shit like that. Could be going down there. Oh, it has a chest. Oh. Just missed a chest. Oh, there you go. I'm back here. Oh no, I think this is the actual way to go. But if I don't instantly go after these fuckers, because I have to block twice.
Burst into flames.
It's really good, the damage.
He was tempted to leave it on all the time, but he didn't want to accidentally slice off some council toad's head or tongue. She'd been trying to distract him. Well, this time, no one was going to distract him.
Let me heal.
These things could really use a hand.
Yeah, because they don't have any. Yeah, easy enough. Stupid crows. Oh, what are the fuck?
The long
Gobblers.
stairs.
So
He was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
That was awesome!
No. Well, get them. Like the adjustment. Oh, the camera. Oh, I didn't see that fucking bro. I was talking about the camera and then I get hit. The camera is in the wrong way. In position, I guess.
As he headed towards the council chamber,
Going in,
Bernardo
boys.
felt everyone watching him. "You've saved the rebellion," said the council speaker. "Frankly, we were afraid you'd turn aside to save that idiot Lapino." "If you never make sacrifices," he said, "you're probably not doing the right thing." The speaker nodded. "Are you ready to lead the charge?" "Let's roll," he said, with grim satisfaction. Bernardo set sail for the fleet. The Sky Ripper had lost its wine. It was humming now, as if it had taken some time to seat properly. He had always been irresponsible. This time, he'd done the right thing, made the hard decisions. He was a real hero. He hadn't let himself be distracted by old friends or old lovers turned enemies. Finally, he could be proud of himself.
Yeah, totally. Surely something you could be proud of. Yeah, let my friend die. Yeah, person I love, I don't trust them. Who cares? She's the enemy. Anyways, Come on, game. You do love your your love screens? Oh god, no. No, please. Your loading screens.
He was ready. So was Sky Ripper. The Sky Ripper had a will of its own. It picked out its own targets and set them on fire. This was going to be a short battle. He would set the ships on fire if he didn't need them to get to the Emperor. And he wondered if he'd see Zenobia, or if she'd flee. Wouldn't she be proud of him? At least, a bit of respect. He'd become an all-conquering hero.
It doesn't even work when you're going down. Stupid dash. One-dimensional garbage.
Ronaldo felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
Going to grab that one again. Quick chest. Quick crow fight. What? Not touching it.
Wow, that hurt.
Massive energy. Yeah. That happened the first time. Like, ship? What's that? So I kinda need this because I'm taking damage and for my energy.
Truly, he was a job creator.
Oh yeah, it isn't Trump, I guess. Political statement. Okay, did he actually create any jobs? I have no clue. That part of his ministry, I have no clue if he did that. To be honest.
Power, precision, ferocity. If the device was a woman,
Like, we all know what the dumb things he did are. Yes, those are the good things are not brought up that often. They have like a news thing. It's like, this is the real news. What happened to that? Is that thing still working? He like quit after the first episode. Pressing shift, nothing is happening. I had a lot of experience out of this, to be honest.
there was a parchment on a signpost. It was from her. Every time you fire, you risk the destruction of the universe. That's insane. We surrender. A trick? Maybe she really believed it. He could hear horns blaring the retreat. Maybe it was true. Maybe they had one.
There's something just like him. It's weird. It's like the same voice actor doing this before. But
Come on. One fox, no waiting.
it's a bit clunky with those things. No. Okay. These buttons are in the worst place possible, let me tell you. Like, Alt, Control, and Shift.
Oh, they really ought to put a railing on this thing, he thought.
Blah blah blah. Oh, the Scarper killed the other thing. Thanks, buddy. The best. God, it looks like I'm falling down. Slightly clunky. I have to say
His
least
hook didn't break.
slightly clunkily. He has a lot of ships, this Emperor guy. Those are a lot of ships, mate. All these ships. No, where is that thing? I'm supposed to go on. Where is it? Wait, am I not supposed to go through there? No, I guess that's the main entrance. The shield guy. He fell down. Like, I can't actually. You guys have to hold. Like, you actually have to hit him. Like, oh look. Oh, I guess I have to. Oh, I guess I have to throw other grunts into him.
And there was Zenobia, wearing the white robes of surrender. She came and kneeled before him.
The
Why
fucking frog is
didn't you listen
gigantic.
to me? I was trying to save you too. You're the enemy, he said. I was never your enemy, Renato. Then she spoke a terrible word and made a gesture with her hand. She stopped moving, covered in frost, and he wondered why she'd frozen herself. Then the Sky Ripper froze, and then for a moment he felt very cold and discovered that he couldn't move. The next thing he knew, the sun was a giant, monstrously red. It took up half the sky, and he was in a parched red desert. And then he was on fire. Okay, that was weird. He could have sworn he just died. Instead, he was on the Farfarer, sailing away from Ubar. And it was still burning. He'd fled burning Ubar years ago, hadn't he? And now he was back there. Had all those years fighting the Empire been nothing but a vision into the future? A useful vision if it was true.
For those years,
He'd
it
learned
took me about an
something.
hour.
Zenobia still had feelings for him.
So what kind of hero? A hero who does not let anything get in the way. You got 5 fire essences and Leonardo Newcomb. Need to discover the 4 major truths. Have tier 2 skills now. Have a desert temple. Then I have ceiling for Leonardo. This is the story I got. Summary was alright. How Leonardo was not fooled. The Scorpion attack, he charged the big battle, putting him in disarray. Soon enough, he made Zenobia to accept the surrender. It was a trap. Zenobia actually believed the Scorpion was a danger to the world. Her spell froze Leonardo for 1 billion years until the sun evolved into a scorching ray giant, then Leonardo burned to death. That's
Made
fucking
bad choices.
really.
But now,
That's how you kill
when
your
the real
lover.
battle came, he wouldn't make those choices. He wouldn't make the same mistake twice. The book's pages began to flip backwards, towards the beginning. And he realized that his adventure was just beginning. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Or so a scholar in the mountains had told him. Surely the weapon that banished the lost gods could defeat the Emperor. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Renato. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Lapino was no game changer, but could Renato really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
And we're gonna decide this next time. We're gonna go for the temple, let's be honest. Main menu. Anyways, Thank you guys for watching. It's gonna be our new series in between Path of Exile and Diablo. Just 2 days ago I finished recording Path of Exile. Yesterday I recorded this game. But that's besides the point because that did not happen. Yeah, it's gonna be nice having another mini series. I love having like some small games that I can play in between because god, sometimes these big games just never end. Holy shit, like, are you finished today? Nope, not okay, guess not. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.